archaeologists have begun a major new excavation of the Roman city. It was destroyed nearly 2,000 years ago after Mount Vesuvius erupted.
It's now where officials have revealed the discovery of a long corridor inside the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
From the majestic structures of Egypt to the dense forests of South America, our planet is filled with remnants of ancient marvels that still mystify us today. These puzzling artifacts serve as reminders of the remarkable achievements of our forebears, pushing the boundaries of what we thought possible in ancient times. Yet it's not just their age that intrigues us, but also the mysterious methods behind their creation and their intended uses. Each discovery raises more questions than it answers. Join us as we explore 20 amazing ancient technologies that continue to captivate the modern world. Number 20. Fascinating Iron Pillar of Delhi. In the heart of Delhi, India, there's a fascinating symbol of ancient metalworking, the Iron Pillar of Delhi. This massive iron column, standing at 23 feet tall and weighing over 6 tons, has puzzled scientists and historians for ages due to its remarkable resistance to rust. Dating back to the 4th century CE, it carries an inscription honoring the Hindu god Vishnu and was erected during the reign of King Chandra Gupta II. What makes this pillar so exceptional is its composition. Analysis reveals it's made of wrought iron with a high phosphorus content, making it resistant to corrosion. Although the exact process used by ancient Indian metalworkers to create this unique alloy remains a mystery, it's believed they were skilled in techniques like forge welding and heat treatment. The pillar's ability to withstand corrosion for over 1600 years in Delhi's harsh climate has given rise to numerous legends. Some say that standing with your back against the pillar and wrapping your hands around it can make your wishes come true. However, the true wonder lies in the craftsmanship of the ancient artisans who crafted this metallurgical marvel. Despite extensive research, modern scientists have yet to fully replicate the composition and properties of the Iron Pillar. As you gaze upon the Iron Pillar of Delhi, you can't help but marvel at the creativity of our ancestors and the enduring legacy they've left behind. Number 19. Ingenious Roman concrete. The ancient Romans were famous for their wonderful building skills. One big reason their buildings lasted so long was their clever use of a special type of concrete called Roman concrete, sometimes called opus caementitium. This special concrete allowed them to build huge structures like the Pantheon, the Colosseum, and aqueducts that brought water to their cities. What makes Roman concrete different from the modern kind is how it's made and how well it lasts. Romans mixed volcanic ash, lime, and seawater to make their concrete, creating a reaction that made it very strong and resistant to water. This mix also encouraged crystals to grow inside the concrete, making it even stronger and less likely to crack. Recent studies have found that Roman concrete gets even stronger over time when it's in seawater. This is because it forms a rare mineral called aluminum tobermarite, which makes it even tougher. Some scientists are now looking into using Roman-style concrete for building things in the ocean. The fact that many ancient Roman buildings are still standing after thousands of years shows just how durable Roman concrete is. While we don't know the exact recipe for Roman concrete anymore, ongoing research aims to figure it out by studying old Roman buildings. Scientists hope this will help them make better and more eco-friendly building materials for the future. Number 18. The gigantic Pyramid of Giza. One of the oldest wonders of the world has fascinated people for thousands of years. It was built around 4,500 years ago during the time of Pharaoh Khufu. This enormous structure stands as a remarkable example of the intelligence, skill, and organization of ancient Egyptians. Despite centuries of study, many aspects of its construction remain mysterious. The Great Pyramid is an incredible feat of engineering, covering an area of 13 acres at its base and reaching a height of 481 feet. It's made up of about 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing between 2.5 to 15 tons. The precision with which these blocks were cut, moved, and placed is astonishing. The tiny gaps between the blocks are less than 1/50th of an inch wide. One of the biggest puzzles is how the Egyptians lifted and positioned such massive stones. There are various theories, including ramps, levers, and pulleys, but the most widely accepted idea suggests a combination of sleds, ramps, and levers. As the pyramid grew taller, ramps were built higher to continue construction. Inside the pyramid, there are passages and chambers, the most famous being the King's Chamber, which held Pharaoh Khufu's sarcophagus. The precision engineering inside is remarkable, with granite blocks fitting so tightly that even a knife blade can't be inserted between them. Above the King's Chamber are relieving chambers designed to distribute the pyramid's weight and prevent collapse. Number 17. Mysterious ancient Nazca lines. In the dry Peruvian desert, there are ancient drawings called the Nazca lines. They have fascinated people worldwide. These big designs are made by scratching the earth and show animals, plants, and shapes. Some are as long as 1,200 feet. They were made by the Nazca people who lived there from about 200 BCE to 600 CE. We still need to find out why or how they made them. They removed the top layer of dark rocks and soil to reveal the lighter sand underneath. This makes the lines visible even after many years. The designs show animals like monkeys, hummingbirds, spiders, and whales, as well as shapes like spirals and triangles. You can only see their true shapes from high up, like from an airplane. Some think the Nazca people used hot air balloons or kites to see them from above. Others think they used math and measuring tools. People debate why they made them. Some say for religion, ceremonies, or to mark time. Others think they were paths for ceremonies or for managing water in the desert. We don't have written records from the Nazca people, so we may never know for sure. Climate change and other things threaten the Nazca lines. More rain could damage them. People are trying to protect them by limiting access and using new technology to watch over them. Number 16. Intriguing Damascus steel. The Wootz steel is a legendary material famous for being incredibly strong, sharp, and unique patterns. Its origins trace back to ancient India, later becoming popular in the Middle East for making swords, knives, and other weapons. The secretive techniques used to make Damascus steel have fascinated metalworkers, historians, and scientists for centuries. Creating Damascus steel involved a complex process of layering and forging high-carbon steel and iron, followed by heating, folding, and hammering. This resulted in steel with high carbon content in a fine, even structure, making it exceptionally strong and tough. Etching the steel with acids revealed its signature wavy patterns, known as Damask patterns, adding to its beauty. Legends surrounding Damascus steel claimed it could cut through rock or even other swords without losing its edge. While these stories may be exaggerated, the reputation of Damascus steel as superior for weapons and tools was well-deserved. However, by the 18th century, true Damascus steel production had largely disappeared, and its secrets were lost. In recent years, scientists and metalworkers have tried to recreate Damascus steel using historical research and advanced techniques. While some have succeeded in producing similar patterns and properties, the exact methods used by ancient craftsmen remain a mystery. This ongoing quest to unlock the secrets of Damascus steel continues to fascinate experts and researchers, showcasing its enduring legacy in metallurgy. Number 15. Astonishing Antikythera mechanism. In 1901, divers near the Greek island of Antikythera found a sunken ship with an extraordinary treasure, the Antikythera mechanism. This ancient device, dating back to around 150 to 100 BC, is the world's oldest known analog computer. It's a complex gadget with over 30 bronze gears, dials, and writings. Its main job was to figure out stuff in the sky, like where the sun, moon, and 5 planets were, and when eclipses happen. It even kept track of the ancient Olympic Games and other big dates on the Greek calendar. What's so cool about the Antikythera mechanism is how smart it is. It has fancy features like differential gears and a pin and slot mechanism, stuff we thought people only figured out much later. This shows that ancient Greek astronomers and engineers were seriously clever, knowing a lot about math, space, and making things work. Finding the Antikythera mechanism has made us rethink what ancient folks knew. It's not just a modern thing to have smart tech. It seems ancient civilizations were pretty advanced too. Even though we've learned a lot from it, there's still much we don't know. Some parts are missing or broken, but we're using fancy tools like imaging and computer tricks to learn more. It brings to mind that our ancestors were pretty inventive and curious, always striving to know more and make cool stuff. Number 14. the stone spheres of Costa Rica. In the south of Costa Rica, many old stone balls have puzzled experts for a long time. These balls are perfectly round and come in different sizes, from very small to over 2 meters wide. They were made by native people a long time ago, between 61,000 BCE. We're not exactly sure why they made them, how they made them, or how they moved them around. They're made from different types of rock, and some are so smooth and round that it's hard to believe they were made without modern tools. People think the ancient folks used a mix of hitting, grinding, and polishing to shape them. One interesting thing about these stone balls is that they're found all over the place, in neighborhoods, special places for ceremonies, and even where people were buried. Some are lined up in ways that make experts think they might have been used for watching the stars or finding their way around. But sadly, many of these balls have been moved or destroyed because of theft, building stuff, or farming. People thought they were important for religion or spirituality, as well as to mark borders or be part of making the land useful for living. In trying to keep these stone balls safe, in 2014, the places where they were found were added to a special list by UNESCO, which recognizes important places around the world. Number 13. Astonishing Walls of Sacsayhuaman. The big stone walls at Sacsayhuaman, near Cusco, Peru, show how well the Inca made things from stone long ago. They made these walls in the 1400s, and they fit the big stone blocks together so well that even a thin knife couldn't go between them. People have wondered for a long time how they did it, because the Inca didn't use anything like glue to hold the stones together. Instead, they got big stones from nearby places and moved them to where they were building. Then they cut and shaped the stones so they fit perfectly with the others. The Inca used a method called ashlar masonry to make the stones smooth and fit them together perfectly. They made the walls strong so they wouldn't fall during earthquakes, which happened a lot there. They made the stones fit together tightly to absorb shocks, and they built the walls a bit tilted inward so the weight would spread out evenly and not make the walls collapse. People wonder about the tools and ways the Inca used to make these walls. They think maybe they used special drills or early forms of concrete, but there's no clear proof yet. So people are still trying to figure out exactly how the Inca did it. Number 12. Glowing Weapons of Terracotta Army. Made up of more than 8,000 life-size clay soldiers, horses, and chariots, shows how smart and strong ancient China was. Created to protect the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, China's first emperor, this army is not only big but also has weapons that have been kept well. One interesting thing about the Terracotta Army is the shiny weapons, which have stayed free from rust for over 2,000 years. When scientists found these objects in 1974, they were surprised to see swords, spears, and crossbow triggers still shining. They later learned that these weapons were treated with a special substance called chromate conversion coating, which stopped them from getting rusty. Using chromate conversion coating shows how skilled the craftsmen of the Qin dynasty were with metals. They had to control chemical reactions precisely and understand how metals work together, showing how good they were at technology. Also, the fact that these weapons haven't rusted shows how well this old method worked, challenging what we thought about ancient Chinese technology. Finding chrome-plated weapons in the Terracotta Army makes us rethink how advanced the technology was back then. It suggests that besides conquering and making things standard, like having the same weights, measures, and writing systems, the Qin dynasty also made big improvements in making metal and weapons. The chromate conversion coating used on these weapons not only worked well, but also showed that the Qin dynasty was way ahead of its time in technology. Number 11. Horrific Flames of Greek Fire. The Byzantine Empire had a famous fiery weapon called Greek fire, which scared their enemies for many years. This powerful weapon, kept secret, is still a mystery today. Greek fire was used well in sea battles because it could burn on water, giving the Byzantines a big advantage. It was made by an engineer named Kinos in the 7th century. This highly flammable liquid could be sprayed with pressure through tubes or siphons on ships, causing big flames and thick smoke, hurting both physically and mentally the enemy. The Byzantines made special ships called drones with Greek fire projectors for quick moves in battles. This weapon let the Byzantine Empire control the Mediterranean and grow for a long time. Even though people have many ideas about how Greek fire was made, the exact recipe is still unknown. The Byzantines worked hard to keep this secret, only sharing the knowledge with a few people sworn to secrecy. Though the use of Greek fire went down later, its importance in history remains. It scared and panicked enemy forces, showing the cleverness and strength of the Byzantines. Greek fire still puzzles us today, showing how much we've lost from the past and how important it is to improve military technology. Number 10. The Spectacular Coliseum. Historians have admired the ancient Roman skill in building things and designing buildings. Surprisingly, they built impressive structures like the Colosseum without using steel or reinforced concrete. What's interesting is that their concrete, which was stronger and more durable than modern versions, is still difficult to recreate today. People have different ideas about how they did it. Some think they used volcanic ash, while others think they added something secret. Despite these ideas, we still don't know the exact recipe. But one interesting thought is that when they were building the Colosseum, the Romans might have used volcanic ash as an explosive material. In 1927, archaeologists found a piece of volcanic ash in a Roman quarry in Rome, thought to be an important material for their construction projects. Later, in 1933, another piece was found in Pompeii, possibly used to make concrete or mortar. Interestingly, when people look closely at ancient Roman statues, they see that they don't have many cracks or breaks on the surface. This is because they mixed volcanic ash into their concrete, making it very strong. More digs in cities like Alexandria show similar techniques, suggesting that this technology was used widely across the empire. Despite these discoveries, scientists still don't know exactly how the Romans did it, and the process remains a mystery. Number 9. Monumental Maiden Tower in Baku. The Maiden Tower is a mysterious ancient building in Azerbaijan, made of large stone blocks stacked without mortar. It's so tall that you can see its shape from over 100 miles away. People wonder why it was built so high, with some thinking it was meant to be the tallest tower ever. Others doubt this since it doesn't seem very useful without people living inside. No one knows for sure when it was built, around the 6th century BC, but it's believed to have religious importance rather than being just a watchtower. The tower has writings on its walls, including Greek letters, suggesting it had a spiritual purpose. Despite being thousands of years old, the tower still attracts scholars and tourists. Its complex corridors and rooms fascinate visitors, showing the skills of the ancient builders. The tower's location, overseeing the land and sea, suggests it might have been a lookout post, helping to protect ancient Azerbaijan from attackers. Despite its beauty and size, we still don't know exactly why the Maiden Tower was built. This mystery adds to its appeal, drawing people to explore its secrets and learn about the past. The Maiden Tower is a record of the achievements of past civilizations and how time changes everything. Number 8. The Temple of the Crystal Skulls. Once home to a powerful old civilization, the Temple of the Crystal Skulls stands today as a relic of the past, dating back approximately 1,200 years. Inside this old building lie many objects, notably over 10,000 skulls intricately carved from crystal, which upon closer look reveal themselves to be made of quartz. The Mayan people, who once thrived in this area, held a deep cultural meaning for quartz, using it in making their most valued possessions such as jewelry and weapons. It is guessed that these crystal skulls might have been used in their traditional ceremonies, maybe in rituals involving letting blood or as gifts to their gods. In the 1940s, an explorer named Cyrus Teed found the temple during his search to uncover traces of a long-lost civilization, hoping to prove the existence of Atlantis. Sadly, Teed's journey found no proof of Atlantis, leading to his death in 1952 under strange circumstances. Only one survivor of his unlucky journey remembered seeing a UFO and hearing strange voices coming from it. This mysterious temple continues to interest historians and archaeologists, showing the cleverness and mystery of old civilizations. Its halls tell stories of past times, inviting modern explorers to uncover the secrets hidden within its walls. Number 7. The mystical Koso Artifact. Situated in the heart of Lake Titicaca, located between Bolivia and Peru, lies the quaint island of Koso. This tiny island boasts a rich history, with numerous ancient ruins scattered across its landscape. Among these ruins stands the formidable Huna Fortress, a testament to the island's storied past. In 1961, while exploring the rugged terrain near the Koso Mountains, adventurers Virginia Maxey and Wallace Lane stumbled upon a remarkable discovery, the Koso Artifact. This artifact, encased in an iron oxide shell, encases a surprising secret, a spark plug dating back 500,000 years. What makes this find even more intriguing is the nature of the shell itself. It is a concretion, a unique type of rock formed by mineral-rich water dripping from cave ceilings and solidifying over time. The unearthing of the Koso artifact marked a pivotal moment in scientific understanding. It provided valuable insights into the formation of concretions, shedding light on a geological phenomenon that had long puzzled researchers. Yet, despite decades of study, the origins and purpose of the artifact remain shrouded in mystery, captivating the imaginations of scientists and enthusiasts alike. The discovery of the Koso artifact not only deepened our understanding of geological processes, but also added another layer of intrigue to the history of Lake Titicaca and its surrounding regions. Number 6. The astounding Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery, an ancient clay pot with a copper cylinder and an iron rod inside, is thought to have been used by ancient civilizations like the Greeks and Romans in places like India and Iraq to store electricity. Although its inventor remains a mystery, the battery gained attention when British scientist Dick Russell discovered in 1980 that when placed in a magnetic field, the iron rod inside would glow. This revelation sparked scientific curiosity, leading researchers on a quest to unravel the secrets of this ancient technology. Moreover, the Baghdad Battery played a role in the construction of the Baghdad Railway, a monumental project spanning 3,000 kilometers designed to link the Mesopotamian city of Basra to Mosul in Iraq. This railway, the first of its kind built and operated by the British Empire, stretched over 200 miles and employed a unique track gauge of 9.5 inches. Although the British dismantled the railway during World War I, remnants of its existence remain, with tales suggesting that the railway bed served as a straight-line target for British artillery practice, spanning 70 miles. This historical marvel showcases the ingenuity of ancient civilizations and the ambitious engineering feats of the British Empire. Number 5. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, made by King Nebuchadnezzar II, are famous wonders from ancient times. They were thought to have thrived between 600 and 300 BC and are still considered very impressive. While people wonder how they were destroyed, maybe by an earthquake, they were truly magnificent. With a large 230-foot size, these gardens aim to be like a beautiful oasis in the desert. There are stories that Nebuchadnezzar built them to show off his power to enemies. They were on the walls of eastern Babylon and made of strong stone and bricks. They were so amazing that some said they were like the magical Eden, but there are no written descriptions from people who saw them. The gardens were on what is now called the Royal Hill in Baghdad, built between 535 and 497 BC. But it's not clear what happened to them. Maybe they were destroyed by nature or they never really existed. There is a Babylonian document about the gardens, but it's more of an official record than proof they were real. So people have different ideas about why they were built. Some think they were orchards with lots of fruit, while others say they were like strong forts, hiding armies inside during wars. That's why the Hanging Gardens of Babylon still fascinate people today, sparking debates among scholars. Number 4. The eye-catching Wall of the Sun. In northern Chile lies the remains of the old Inca road, called the Wall of the Sun. This road, built around 1000 AD, stretched for about 2,600 miles from Cusco to Puna. The stones used in its building have impressively lasted over time, showing great preservation that's as good as modern road materials. In 1738, a British journey went looking for the famous Inca paths and found this old wonder. Next to the road, they found many pyramids decorated with symbols of the Quechua language, showing they were for military purposes. This find was very important for the native Peruvian people, leading Emperor Pedro I's fight against the Spanish, with help from British Navy forces. The Inca engineers cleverly built the road, using silver as a base layer and covering the stones with plants and mud. This not only made it strong, but also made the road blend in with nature, making it hard to see from above. The skill of the Inca builders is amazing. Even though they didn't have metal tools or knowledge of arch construction, They carefully put the stones together, making a strong and lasting road. The detail of their work still surprises modern experts, who admire the engineering skills of an old civilization. Number 3. Intriguing Neolithic monuments of Stonehenge. For more than a millennium, the ancient creators of Stonehenge have sparked debates and analysis. This iconic British landmark, situated in Salisbury Plain, Wiltshire, England, has attracted tourists and pilgrims for centuries. Constructed between 3000 BC and 1500 BC, Stonehenge's mysterious circle of stones, now in ruins, has fascinated people worldwide. While the monument's alignment towards the summer solstice sunrise remains a puzzle, it has led to various theories. Despite thousands of archaeological studies, the true purpose of Stonehenge remains elusive. Some speculate it served as an astronomical calendar, yet no direct correlation with celestial patterns has been found. Another theory suggests Stonehenge was a burial ground, although archaeological evidence is lacking. However, a compelling theory proposes that the arrangement of stones served as earthquake prediction devices rather than solar worship. This idea is rooted in the belief that the stones were positioned strategically to detect seismic activity. Despite the intrigue surrounding its origins, Stonehenge remains an enduring symbol of ancient ingenuity and continues to captivate the imagination of historians, scientists, and visitors alike. Number 2. The mythical sculptured rocks. Spread out along the coastal shores of Brittany and Saint-Malo in France, you'll find strange rock formations shaped over many years by the powerful forces of water wearing them away. These rocks have mysterious writings and interesting shapes that fascinate both visitors and locals. According to legend, a group of sailors, now long gone, created these mysterious rocks. Locals believe they were left behind by a famous pirate family called the Wrought Knobs, who ruled the seas as fishermen and smugglers in the 15th century. Stories about the Wrought Knobs add to the intrigue of the area. While many people believe in the mythical origins of these rocks, some are doubtful. They think there might be a deeper truth, suggesting these natural wonders have a more important meaning. Each rock formation has its own story, shaped by thousands of years of natural processes and human stories. Visitors can admire the detailed carvings made by nature, or think about the tales passed down through generations. Scientists are studying these formations to understand how they were created and to uncover their mysteries. By analyzing the rocks and researching history, they hope to discover the true story behind these puzzling sculptures. Number 1. Majestic Gopachal Rock-Cut Jain Monument. Situated in Madhya Pradesh, India, the impressive Gopachal Rock-Cut Jain statue dates back about 1,000 years. Made from strong sandstone, this masterpiece depicts Makaravelli, a Jain god's daughter. Originally placed on a wooden base, which has now been taken away, the statue stands as proof of ancient skill. Carved in the Brahmi architectural style, common in Old India, the statue's design shows a mix of simplicity and elegance. Its realistic features sometimes remind people of a man, other times of a woman, leading locals to call it Makaravelli or Tara Devi. Despite being carved from tough sandstone, the statue remains fragile and can be damaged easily if not handled carefully. Efforts to move it for protection have faced difficulties, as its strong base makes it hard to relocate. This cultural gem not only impresses with its size and craftsmanship, but also offers insights into ancient India's rich history and religious beliefs. Its ability to withstand the passage of time shows the lasting impact of the artisans who made it, leaving a memorable mark on all who admire its beauty. Which of these mysterious ancient technologies did you find intriguing? Let us know your answer in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating videos.